Hello friends! We're learning about nocturnal animals this week. And raccoons are nocturnal animals. They come out at night. So we're going to read the story, Chester Raccoon and the Almost Perfect Sleepover by Audrey Penn. Illustrated by Barbara L. Gibson. Chester Raccoon hopped and skipped and bounced on his way to Pepper Possum's tree for his very first sleepover. Are we almost there? He asked his mother. We will get there soon. Do you see that tall white oak on the far side of Butterfly Pond? Asked Mrs. Raccoon. Uh-huh. Well, that's where we're going. A few minutes later, Chester and his mother were standing by the possum's tree. Have fun at your over day, Mrs. Raccoon told Chester. I'll pick you up the moment the sun sets. She nuzzled his ear and kissed him right in the middle of his palm. Chester squeezed his fingers around his mother's kissing hand and felt her love and warmth all over. But when she turned and walked away, the little raccoon felt nervous and excited all at the same time. This was his first whole day away from home. Let's go have some fun, Mrs. Possum told him. So instead of having a sleepover at night, he's having one during the day because that's when night animals sleep. They sleep at day. Chester followed her up the tree to the lowest branch, facing Willow Creek. Pepper Possum and several of Chester's other friends were already there. We're hanging upside down by our tails, Pepper called. I can tell, laughed the little raccoon. He tiptoed over Pepper's long pink tail, Stanley Squirrel's fluffy gray tail, and Badger's thick brown tail, and then hung upside down between his best friend, Cassie Raccoon, and Sassafras Skunk. Amber Porcupine hung further down the limb. This is fun, Chester told Pepper. The whole world is upside down. What's that smell? Grumbled Badger. P.U. Sorry, squealed Sassafras Skunk. My tail is slipping, and I stinky puff when I'm nervous. Chester burst out giggling, making everyone else laugh, even Badger and Sassafras. Let's play follow the leader, said Pepper, jumping to the ground. I get to be leader. Chester got in line and jumped when the possum jumped. He ran around the maple tree when the possum ran around the maple tree. And he splashed through Willow Creek, walked across a hollow log, and rolled down a bumpy, dusty hill until he was dizzy and giggling and covered in dirt, just like Pepper Possum. Oh, Sassafras, cried Stanley Squirrel. Sorry, chittered the little skunk. I always stinky puff when I giggle. Let's play darts, proposed Amber Porcupine. Pull a quill from my tail and put an acorn on the sharpest end so it will fly like a dart. Won't that hurt you? Worried Chester. No, smiled Amber. It only hurts if I get stuck. Please be careful with those pointy quills, Miss Possum warned the children. We will, everyone promised. After everyone had their dart, and after everyone thanked Amber for the use of her tail quills, Pepper said, Let's see whose dart goes the furthest. It's my over day, so I will go first. You're the host, said Pepper's mother. Do you think it might be politer to let your guest go first? I guess so, the little possum sighed. Chester saw how disappointed Pepper was and asked, Would you like to throw your dart before I do? Pepper's face lit up like a full moon. We can throw them together. So Pepper and Chester threw their darts into the sky and watched them fly. The two quills landed side by side. Hooray! Shouted everyone. It's a tie. Chester and Pepper high-fived. Mrs. Possum collected the sharp quills and put them safely away, then returned with some favorite snacks. Chester's eyes popped when he saw the bark plate filled with rotten fruits, nuts, and dead bugs, and the bird's nest bowl crawling with grubs and slugs. "This is delicious," nibbled Chester as he crunched a cricket between his teeth. After snacks, Chester went with his friends to Willow Creek, where he caught minnows and let them go and then skipped stones across the water. "Oh, sassafras!" cried everyone. "I'm sorry," yawned the little skunk. "I stinky puff when I'm sleepy." "I'm sleepy too," yawned Badger and Stanley and Amber. "So are we," confessed Chester and Cassie. And though it was still early in the overday, even Pepper admitted he was all tuckered out. So everyone was curled up and fast asleep in Possum's Hollow, everyone but Chester Raccoon. He laid awake and pressed his mother's kissing hand to his cheek. He felt her love and warmth all around him, and he wasn't afraid to sleep in Possum's Hollow, but it wasn't his hollow. Chester missed sleeping across his brother Ronnie. He missed sleeping beneath the window where starlight woke him for school. He closed his eyes and imagined he was home, and a tiny tear rolled down his face. Mrs. Possum understood how Chester felt. "Would you like to go home?" she whispered. Chester nodded. "Yes, please." "My neighbor, Mrs. Rabbit, will walk you home," she told him. "Thank you for coming to Pepper's Overday. Thank you for inviting me," yawned Chester. When Chester arrived home, he jumped into his mother's arms. Mrs. Raccoon wrapped him in a huge welcoming hug. "Thank you for bringing him home," she told Mrs. Rabbit, and then carried Chester up to his very own hollow. Chester curled up in his mother's lap, nestled into her soft, cozy fur, and breathed in her familiar, comforting scent. "Are you angry that I came home early?" he asked her. Mrs. Raccoon gave Chester a gentle squeeze. "Ronnie and I missed you so much. You came home just in time, but did you enjoy Pepper's Overday?" "Uh-huh," whispered Chester. Then he fell fast asleep, dreaming of his day spent with friends, knowing he was back in his mother's loving arms. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story, friends. Have a great day.